Right. Let's Alan Wake. There's an axe. I'll say this is another one of those spots where it's like, I'm glad I played some before, because this took me a while to realize, oh, I just need to go back, and sudden... Oh dear. Here. I don't think we actually need to take that. Or at least not yet. And power up this revolver some more. Hello. Dang, shadow people. So many of them.
The Echoing Hall had a story to tell. The plot element I found would drive the story forward.
Right? Very cool, creepy tape recording.
The hall had changed into the murder cult's hideout. The cultists were close now, a dark presence rising from the depths.
Sudden Stop remains a real good name for a book.
The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't
Big
change
Sam
the
Lake
fact.
face in the sky.
The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site.
Or I... Oh no, I didn't.
I had a new beat for the story.
This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you're gone.
That was ominous.
Shit!
Okay. Time to wake up. Alan, wake up. At anything else in here? Maybe. More bullets. Big more bullets. Words. This. There's also a quick slot of these bangs. this? No. Might have. Might have missed two. I don't know. I will take this opportunity to dump some things in the shoebox, though. There's so many trauma packs. Survival horror. I'm actually going to see if backtracking will point me to words I know. Generally don't I list them. Looking like I missed them. But that's okay, because quicker. Well, like super hard. Words do I have? Hey. Genuinely on. Huh. I don't know. feel like I'm sort of getting a little on the line. It's probably fine. Here's one. Losing me. See if I can find a better sheet here. So that might be a stash, actually. That might be why I couldn't find a word of
I had to
power
figure
there.
this out on the plot board.
I know. Working with. I don't think this is where I believe I need to be at the
Alan Wake.
me. Oh shit. That thing. Oh man. I thought the Ocean View Hotel was not in New York. Unless, I mean, the Ocean View Hotel was not in a lot of things, but also was in. Okay. Before we grab this last word of power, I think it's a word. Did I get this one? Also, the map's just. I don't know. Probably not enough. What is important is if we put in summoning ritual.
The dark presence.
Oh shit.
Fuck! 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 Fuck!
Jaunty, run.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
Let's make a save, just in case. Oh, that dark presence fucked this place up.
The tunnel was open now. I could get through.
Oh, shouldn't have looked behind me. There's bad things back there. Run away.
The dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me.
All through the gross tunnel.
I had found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key. Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I'd lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
And post.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. I can see you there, but you don't see me anywhere. I'm right in front of you, I'm right here on this long ending road. What are you looking at? Is it
Hello.
Hello.
pane of glass?
I misunderstood the schedule today. I thought the Halo later meant that there would be no Alan Wake today.
I
I was mistaken.
sort of assumed that, and then there was no follow-up, and well, I will
Either
just
way,
Alan
Alan
Wake.
Wake.
Yeah.
I got here right as this chapter was over, which is kind of a bummer, but also means that whenever I play it, this chapter will be new to me. So, you know, replay value.
You didn't miss that much, to be honest. But,
Okay. Well, either way, we have very important things to discuss. Because while I was at work today, I was looking through Lord Huron songs and listening to them and trying to figure out what character from the Remedy connected universe they best suit. So we gotta
Okay.
talk about characters and the Lord Huron songs they best match.
Okay.
I've only got a
Who's
handful
writing
so
who?
far.
Who's
But,
writing this poem? Me?
Also, it's one of those things, you'll probably have to listen to some later.
Yes.
But, like, so far, I've got Thomas Zane, Drops in the Lake.
Okay. This tracks.
And I'm not... I think it works. I kind of need to listen to it more. But for Mr. Scratch, I've got Meet Me in the City.
Okay. I can see it.
Like, I think if you listen to it, it kind of works. Because I also have Meet Me in the Woods for Alan.
Yes. That definitely
And I
makes
like-
sense.
But I like Meet Me in the City because it's vaguely sinister. And also reminds me of Mr. Scratch's whole plan, where he was just gonna, like, pretend to be Alan and reunite with his wife. And be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna live with her for, like, years. And then as soon as she realizes what's up, I'm gonna kill her.
Hanging in the air.
I think Meet Me in the City really works for that vibe.
Violent
Yeah.
motion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath. The dead
Uh,
eyes of the victims.
Other
staring at
characters I'm
something
less sure
couldn't
on, because mostly I was
see,
thinking about those who
and
work.
yet
But
making you
I'm trying to think of one
thinking,
for, like, Jesse.
soaked into this place on a molecular level.
So, I was having trouble with that. I was like, I think I kind of like the song they did for that movie, Ace Up My Sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of like that for Jesse.
That makes sense.
Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
There's like a line about, I feel lost in this world and I want to know why. And
Yep.
it's like, you know what? I can kind of see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that works.
And I feel like it works just because, like, of the protagonists they have, Jesse is, like, the most well-equipped to deal with shit, both mentally and physically.
You're
And I
not
feel like
wrong.
that song is, like, one of the most, like, uplifting? I don't know if that's the right word, but, like, that song is the most put together they've got. The person singing that song is not having a breakdown. And that is somewhat rare for Lord Huron's discography. I don't know enough about any of the characters from Quantum Break to assign them a song. I feel like Paul Serene could probably have one fit somewhere in
station
there.
had
I'm not
changed.
sure.
I was closer now.
I feel like the secret is, like, you know, you just need, like, times blur for... It'd be, like, a good
Fair.
H1, maybe.
Yeah. Is the Dark Place like a nightclub, according to that sign?
No, it is a photography and videography exhibition by Alice Wake.
Oh, okay. Honestly, at this point, I wasn't even sure if Alice was still alive.
She is still alive.
Like, I figured it'd be a cop-out if she wasn't, but also Alan's been missing for 13 goddamn years.
That is true.
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was
And
it
if Mr. Scratch is on the loose, I just assumed everyone Alan knows
going
is
up
dead.
to our apartment?
This is some
Would I
real
be home?
Max Payne-ass
Or was it
architecture.
just an echo of the real thing.
You're not wrong.
Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
Oh, also, I came up with one for Max Payne and Mona Sachs, which is
How long have I
Cursed.
been trying to
Yep.
escape?
That tracks.
Long enough for Alice to think I'm dead.
And I was honestly kind of thinking just like the World Ender for Max Payne.
Yeah. I can see it. All of these
It's
I
not
can
quite
see.
right, but enough of it
Plausible
fits that I'm like, yeah. Wait, does that statue of Alan Wake have a beard?
It did.
How does she know he has a beard?
Because we're still in the dark place. It's not a real. It's not a real statue.
Do you think Mr. Scratch is also gonna have a beard?
Who are you?
I kind of
Why
hope
are you
so.
helping me?
What if he just has like a mustache?
Are you
That'd be
talking
weird.
about the
Like
murder
bushy
site? Yeah,
Henry
I did.
Cavill
I-
mustache.
Fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Gonna do his
We
little.
would be if you would answer my damn questions.
He load his fists.
We were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament
Is it
Tower?
better if he just has a mustache, or if he has like the beard with
Well,
no
of course she got
mustache?
out. That's why
With
I'm
the
here.
chin
That's the
strap.
whole goddamn point.
Full Amish.
Careful, Alan.
Oh, that'd be weird. I don't know about that one.
Stealing from you.
Oh, it looked terrible, but it's evil Alan Wake, so you know.
Wait, hello?
Right. Thanks, random phone man. Let's go into Parliament Tower here.
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster
Also,
behind
I know
it
you've
all.
played
Either
more
way,
of this game, so
Alice
you
Wake,
like
his ex,
I know some
kind of
things.
more what's going on.
who was there. Art,
but I am-
to see.
Mhm.
A cry for
Knowing what's going on is maybe a stretch of.
Well, yeah, but you know more of what's going on.
Was Alice here?
I know what's going to happen in the near future. I don't necessarily know
That's
what's
true.
going on. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm. You have a better idea than I would at this point.
Yes.
But I was gonna ask, what is your craziest theory? Not as far as like what's gonna happen, I guess, but just like about the story of Alan Wake in general. What's your like buried in your heart? I think this is what's up.
I don't know, because like things have gotten a little weird where I'm at to the point where it's like
Okay.
I still don't exactly know where we're going with this.
Because I have one that I've kind of had since Alan Wake 1
Set to go off when the door
that I'm
opens.
still kind of holding on to. I think, well, and this is one of those things, so they might never give an answer, and it probably might not even be a thing, but I think either
Alice!
Alan or
Alice!
Tom isn't real, and the other one wholesale created them to give more context to their own story. Like,
Alice.
if Alan created Tom, I think he did that to basically
This is a
set
photo of
up
Scratch.
the idea of like
did Alice
someone
get
who
this?
failed to do this before,
Was he
so that
stalking
he
her?
can be the successful version when he brings back his wife. Because the whole first game was about him bringing back Alice.
Yes.
It's like I think the idea in that case would be that Alan made Thomas Zane and his whole story to be like the prequel of like, oh yeah, this previous author failed here, so that the story of him succeeding makes more sense. Like, you know,
Okay,
it has
yeah.
more build. And if it's the other way around and Tom made Alan, I think it might be a case where Tom did, you know, fuck up bringing his own wife back, and he made Alan as like an idealized, not like perfect, but like a better version of himself, and Alice as like a better version of his wife, so that like a version of them could live on.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
he can't make everything work out perfectly because the Dark Place is a bitch, but he can make a more
Make it
complex story with more twists and
better.
turns where
Yeah.
yeah,
Also,
and
you,
try to wrap up the whole Dark Place thing and like seal it, while also letting like a version of him and his wife escape.
you asked about what Mr. Scratch
I don't
looked
know.
like, and there he is.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Where is that? Him on the left?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see because the screen is very dark.
It's a little dark.
I can see like a black squiggly shape with a white thing in the middle that I think is a face. I
I
see
do
something
like.
that vaguely resembles a person, so I'm going to assume that's Mr.
I
Scratch.
This is the
do
door to my
kind of
study.
like the idea
My book.
if
The symbol was
Tom
on the floor.
wrote Alan and then Alan wrote Jesse. That's a lot of layers.
I mean, I don't think this is a story that is particularly afraid of layers.
That
Where's
is
the
true.
Video camera. No memory card inside.
Video art doc on screens, molt.
All right, I've got to bail for a minute because I have to go finish cooking my dinner.
Okay.
So I'll be right back.
I'll pick up this SD
That was
card.
his memory card.
A bit more. Bright Falls coffee. And some wheat biscuits. So, you know, this game was made in Europe because I don't think wheat biscuits are a thing in America. Same way. There's a lot of identical books. Anyway. Get rid of this memory card in this video camera and check out what's happening.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. Easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster.
hell if Scratch was terrorizing her? Why?
Well, let's examine the spook.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Oops. By the way, do you like this Poe song? I feel like we're gonna hear it quite a bit.
I can see you there, but you don't see me anywhere. I'm right in front of you, I'm right here, on this winding road. What are you looking at? Is it your face on a pane of glass? 'Cause somehow this window becomes a trap, on this winding road. Will it ever let me go? Forever I am fading to black. Forever I am circling back, just to fall into this trap. This winding road.
So we get a little bit more of the Poe song, so that's fun.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
guess. Fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time it...
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Here.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Before we do some profiling, let's be
Wake
forward.
just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult. Huh.
That case.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Put things on the murder. That's for later. Well, profiling start.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Hey, let's talk to Alan.
Okay. Mr. Wake, I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's
Watery.
fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew a weapon.
Go to Watery.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Well, we've now hit the point where the game kind of opens up. We go into one of these Jander closets. We swap between Alan and Saga at any time. I'm gonna stick with Saga for now, just because that's what I've practiced. Also, because I got the fancy edition, there's secret goodies here. But I don't want to use them quite yet. I might. I don't know.
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me.
I'm back.
Hello.
Maybe the same thing is
More
happening
Saga.
here.
More Saga.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake.
I could swap to Alan because we've hit the point where the game kind of opens up and you can swap between them whenever you want. But
Okay. I thought you'd be alternating between them through chapters, so that's a nice change.
so that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm probably going to do. But yeah, you can.
Okay.
You don't have to do.
Yeah, I just meant I thought the game would be linear.
Yeah.
Like more like, one than the other, like not really an openness.
No, this game is very open in a way that's kind of interesting, especially for Remedy.
Okay.
Like, not known for their open video game.
I mean, Control is
Like-
like the most open thing they've made.
Yeah, but it's still like a little.
I mean, it's still like there's an order to the story. You do
Yeah.
things,
Hello, and welcome
Also,
to
I have
Colorado
great
Monkey,
news.
Washington's best coffee-themed
Huh?
amusement
I have
park.
great
All of our
news.
attractions
That
are
great news is
family
Great
there's
news.
another one of these great commercials.
just like our coffee.
Oh, good.
So, take a sip of Oh Dear Diner organic coffee and let the adventure begin.
Our coffee is safe for your children.
True.
Hold on for dear life on this.
Only stunt their growth a little bit.
Oh! Soak in some local history at the Huanari Well, where two serial killers once hid the disemboweled bodies
The
of their
dude
murdered
playing
victims.
like the lead brother
It's not
here
haunted.
needs infinitely more work.
Yep.
Kamja and Mocha Moose and the goats
I really
and
hope
have
someone
movement
sees this and is
birthday.
like, we need to hire this
Just
guy
don't share your coffee
to
with
play
the
somebody.
goats.
I'm not sure who,
Yeah.
but he's gonna
Seriously,
play
stop feeding
somebody.
our goats coffee. Seriously, it's not amusing.
And the other guy is funny in his own way. He is one of the best
Oh, yeah.
bad actors I've ever seen.
I can almost see the water
He's
in
also
my
good,
trailer
but
park.
like,
This is so much fun.
The other guy is definitely the star here.
Shop at our beautiful gift shop where seniors and children under 10 receive a 9% discount on keychains and propane.
I don't understand why
Welcome to Coffee World.
there's constant
We
9%
guarantee
discounts.
you'll shop
Also,
on
do not
good
give your
times.
children a propane tank.
This is the third time I've requested.
Also, these ads are still great.
TV in my room.
They have not disappointed me yet.
Myself.
they're still great.
Pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Maine Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky.
Moose jerky.
What an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI.
Also,
setting
I'm
up
intensely
shop.
staring at the hallway
I'm
and these
sure you're all
rooms,
asking
trying
the
to
same
determine how
question
much they look
I am.
like
Did
the
they bring
hotel
all
you
this
kept
darn
visiting
rain
in
with
Control.
them?
The Ocean View Hotel.
It's right around the corner, and
Yeah.
we're all
So that was one of the things that I realized, like before you got here, that I missed the first time. In the dark place, there are signs advertising the Ocean View Hotel.
never responded.
Okay.
But I have her uncle Tapio on the line from Watery. Tapio, are you there? Yes. Great. And Tapio,
Hello.
what kind of weather can we expect today?
Hello.
That definitely seems.
Type of weather can we expect? Rain.
How about over the next week?
Also rain.
Right.
Several days of rain and then
Care to
fog.
elaborate?
Yep.
Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest?
Any dungeons you need to clear, do it now.
I was about to say.
Mercy is coming, rain or shine, and that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever.
Yes, I like this parade because they're one float in the shape of a swan. Long neck and everything. A very large swan.
So you're a fan of swans.
No.
Right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back.
Long
after
neck
this
and
next
everything.
sound by the rock
Yeah.
and roll sensation,
I feel like that goes without saying when you say it's in the shape of a swan.
I mostly just
Wait,
like.
Hold
so-
on.
Do you like swans? No.
Also, that band called National Nightmares playing a song called Filth.
Yep.
Which just makes me think of that whole subplot in Control of fighting the filth.
Oh, the clog.
Oh, was it the clog?
I believe it was the
Could've sworn
clog.
it was Copperfield. Okay, I'm probably mistaken. Why does the filth sound so familiar?
I don't know.
Oh wait, I think I'm getting it mixed up with a DC Comics thing.
Entirely possible. Anyway, this is Casey's hotel room where he has his very important case notes of look into 2010, figure out old case files from NYC Cult, and then figure out about the coffee from the diner.
He has his priorities in order.
Yeah. Or we mosey to have a couple manuscript. This is not. This is the hotel room of the two people from the beginning of the video game. The tourists that witnessed the cult murdering Nightingale.
Ed hadn't been the same since his latest show had closed. This wasn't the first time one of his productions had shuttered early. Scathing social commentary in a one-act play wasn't exactly filling seats. When Tammy told him she was taking a research trip to Bright Falls, he decided to tag along.
He does
Ed
true
told him
crime,
he
and
wanted to
Ed
find
does
inspiration. Really, he just wanted
plays,
a
I
break from the
guess.
city. But it was true that he certainly needed to find something. A voice, a direction, an idea, something authentic to himself. Ed knew he couldn't keep using Tammy's money to fund his playwriting. After the argument with Tammy, Ed stormed out of the diner and drove their rental-car back to Calden Lake to prove a point. Now standing in the dark woods, the sun hidden by the trees, Ed wished he could remember what that point was. Something about masculinity. He cursed at himself and turned to go. Suddenly, he was blinded by a light in his face. Voices shouted and hands pushed him to the ground. Ed struggled in vain.
It's not good.
Well, bad move, Ed.
Tammy tapped her pen on her notebook. Alan Wake had ridden this same ferry into town.
Oh, speaking of ferries,
this was his entry into Bright Falls.
apparently even back
His
in
first steps across
Alan
the
Wake,
threshold.
the first,
She wrote that down. She always found it helpful to walk in the victim's shoes.
there was
See what they did, see what they saw. It added
a
great
sign
color.
on the ferry that Alan rides in that it is the watery Bright Falls ferry.
God, again?
Okay.
She pulled up her hood. The rain just kept coming. She
Not sure
missed
if you've
New
made this
York.
comparison yet or not,
So
but
far, this hadn't
Watery
been a
definitely
simple
seems like the
research trip she
Shelbyville of
pictured.
this universe.
First the incident at the lake, then
don't know
the
what
place with Ed. It's not surprising Tepper's got hot.
Shelbyville
It's-
is like the neighboring town to Springfield and The
Said some
Simpsons
things.
that they have this
Things she regretted.
kind of nonsensical
She looked out
rivalry
over
with.
the harbor. A chill passed
You're
through
not-
her.
You very rarely
She
ever
hoped Ed
see
wouldn't do
Shelbyville.
anything stupid.
It's just there and referenced a lot.
Except for one episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's about everything here in the lodge. Fuck this door.
Aggressive door opening.
Another one of those cult boxes.
Go an open world Vinny on that door.
For the FBI, doors can't stop you. I feel like you should be worried that there's like a cult box that close to your field office.
You're not wrong. Also, hickory teriyaki is... I don't know if that's appealing or not, I'm gonna be honest.
I've never had either of those things, so...
I've got chronic back pain from my spinal stenosis.
Oh dear. You know when I'm
Teriyaki is it's good. It's very salty though.
I'm generally pro teriyaki. And, like, also pro hickory flavored for some things, but I don't know about them together.
Allowed up to 4 crackers, but I only take 1 unless I have a glass of cranberry juice. They ran out of cranberry juice at breakfast, which is at 7. I didn't take the oatmeal today because it makes me gassy before cribbage, and I can't.
So you didn't try the jerky. Got it. Well, that's too bad, Donna. Their new teriyaki flavor sure does hit the spot.
They had teriyaki salmon with rice on Friday's dinner menu. Dinner's at 5, but we all know the salmon takes longer to prepare, and then you're late for bingo. And who needs all that spice?
I agree. Teriyaki is a shit flavor.
Who? Is that Tapio? How are you on the line?
I couldn't end the call.
You've been on the phone this entire time?
Yes, and I hate teriyaki.
Well, it's delicious on jerky. So, let's give a big thank you to Wendy Davis for these samples.
Wendy? No, that can't be right. Wendy went missing in 2010. I heard she's dead.
No, I'm referring to Wendy Davis from our sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky.
That was moose jerky.
That's the dead one. She's dead.
Right. Well, that's our time.
Catmain seems to be having some problems over the past 13 years.
Pat Main signing off.
I swear I brought my full kit along. Jules, you didn't forget to pack the EMF reader.
Oh man, are these ghost hunters?
Your gear. I've got my own to worry about. Great. Now how am I supposed to measure the energy signatures emitted by
Look, anyone who mentions an EMF reader, yes, they're ghost hunters.
That's you're not wrong. Before we move on to, because we are actually going to Watery for the next part of the story here. There is one more collectible to go grab real quick. That I know of.
I'm not sure if I'm expecting Watery to be like a normal town or like better than Bright Falls, or to be like full Innsmouth.
I have an answer for you in about 5 minutes here, if that, and I definitely know the answer. Thank goodness for the internet. I have enough to upgrade. Do I want the stun? I think I do.
Saga was sure she had hit the Taken in the head, but had not even slowed the monster down. She took aim and fired again. Another headshot. This time, the Taken staggered.
Okay, that's the only collectible we really deal with at the moment. Jaunt our way back to the vehicle and let's head on over to Watery.
It's probably a totally fine town, full of helpful people.
Oh yeah, it's America's Little Finland.
It's full of the Finnish, which are almost people.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
What if you got this driving cutscene and there was just like a squirrel on the road that made monkey noises at you?
I would be so happy.
And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? It must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, If this
I do like that
page
everyone
is
just
like
makes
the
fun
rest
of
have,
Alan
this
Wake's
could be a breakthrough.
writing skills.
We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time.
I mean,
so just be careful.
it's pretty
out
heavy
there.
on the metaphors.
Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay.
I like that they're like, oh, we might solve this thing before backup arrives, and it's like you're fighting otherworldly monsters in an evil tree cult.
It's all
Page
fine.
placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery.
So yeah, we can wrap this up in like a day.
I should ask around.
Anyway, welcome.
This looks pretty Innsmouth.
Welcome to Watery. It's definitely more on the Innsmouth side of things.
I was gonna say, it looks like you fucking drove into Resident Evil 4.
Not quite Resident Evil 4.
I mean, yeah, there's slightly more technology, but like, look at the color or the lack thereof.
It is very gray here. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I see what you mean. A little bit of Lovecraft, a little bit of Silent Hill.
Anyway,
I was actually gonna say that it might be the Shepherd's Glen to Silent Hill.
Yeah.
The adjacent town that is still fucked.
Okay then.
Wait, does Ati have a song? Ati, are you singing karaoke?
So not only is Ati singing karaoke, I could say hello there, but also they're all just gonna be like, "Shut up, Ati is singing," which fair.
Yeah.
Ati has a band.
Oh no, what is his band called? Oh no, Ati and the Janitors.
Yep.
Oh man, is that young Ati on the poster?
It is young Ati on the poster.
Oh, that's pretty solid. So, important question, because Jessie is Janitor's assistant now, do you think that she will get to join the band?
You know, it's entirely possible. Anyway, this is a great song. I highly recommend looking it up, because otherwise I'll just stand here for like 5 minutes. Yeah, let's talk to some locals. See if we can figure out.
It's even worse here. More like underwatery.
Sick jokes from
Casey
Saga
that one
Anderson.
Boom.
Dog is still missing.
I like that you made a note to tell Casey that later.
Yeah.
Or Anderson. Wait, Anderson?
I'm Anderson. Casey is Max Payne.
Okay, yeah.
Mom's family was from Sweden. I've always imagined it kind of like this.
I was like, where did the name
Saunas,
Anderson come from?
lakes.
Why did that suddenly pop into my
Seems
head?
nice.
Right.
Enjoying the sauna.
Anderson is me.
You bet. The
Yes.
steam is amazing on my creaky old joints.
Okay, that guy's just on
I was waiting
crutches.
for Ati
Yep.
to wrap up his show
I thought he was a
so we
Silent
could
Hill
crack
monster
open
when you
some
first read
beers.
up.
He looks like he's melting.
Dementia.
Yeah, and so is beer.
Ever heard of
He looks
the
pretty
cult of the tree?
Innsmouthy.
Oh,
He's got a little bit of the
Half
Innsmouth look
man
about him.
monsters? Oh, sure, I've heard of them. They're the reason I can't risk taking walks in the forest anymore. If one of them shows up, how am I supposed
Half
to get away?
deer, half
I
man
can't run with
monsters.
a bad hip. I'd be killed for use my crutches to defend myself. Do you think that'd work? You're the professional.
Probably smart just to stay in the sauna for now.
Oh, buffering.
Oh. Oh, yep, that's a red. Okay. Should be back.
Yep, it was a pretty quick one compared to usual on my end.
Say silence is golden.
That guy I was just talking about, he wanted to beat the half man, half deer.
Really going for the full immersion there.
Hmm. I eagerly await the manuscript pages spelling out my doom.
How have you been, Grav?
All right. Yeah, not too much of note happening over here.
Same here. I feel like I'm still adjusting to this whole being awake in the daytime thing. It's taking longer than I
Fair
thought
enough.
it would.
Oh, signs of life.
Hello.
Ooh, hey, someone bumped the Roblox thread, aka Tommy Tallarico is a problem, on Reset Era. I wonder if there's any new news about Tommy Tallarico.
Okay. I like how I'm not even going to say
Hello?
anything this time. I'm just going to keep
Okay.
going. Because every time I said
right.
it was working, it stopped working.
I mean, we can try and see how that goes.
It's not working. Everything's dead.
Hello. Do you have a second?
Long time.
All right,
and
back to
no
the completely
see,
dead stream that is
December
not
sun.
running.
Yeah, exactly.
Thor and Odin are not here. They are old tricksters, always sneaking.
Thor
off.
and Odin, the
Sorry.
old gods of
No, I wanted
Asgard.
to ask you about something else.
Shouldn't they be super
Do you
dead?
live around
No,
here?
they're fine. They're just old.
How old are they?
You
Old.
see me around? I am Mr. Blum. You call me Vladimir. I work at the nursing home. I take care of your old people. We are on day trip, music, sauna, the good times. I bring them here.
Also,
in
I forget
bus.
if it's
really
American
are
Nightmare
very
or
important.
Control, but
And it's a very nice bus.
Barry,
Thanks.
Alan's agent, apparently
Can you
runs
point me
this
to any
nursing
trails around
home.
here?
I
Sure.
feel like they mentioned that in.
Watery Lighthouse
Wait, no. In
trailer.
American Nightmare, I think they say something about
No,
Barry
Costello
being
owns it.
like an
Owns
agent for the
many
old
things
gods
in
of
town.
Asgard or something.
And where is Ilmo?
Yes.
I saw Ilmo and his brother at the bridge. Well, what used to be the bridge.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, that's baseboard.
Ah, so that's why the thread got bumped. Tommy is back doing public interviews, and surprisingly, it's still full of recycled BS and lies.
Yay!
Go figure.
A trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer. Keep it.
I need to find Ilmo Cascella.
Try and find Ilmo.
Hey, Saga! Over here!
There he is. What's up, Ilmo?
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he remembers to write a good review on the webpage. Great to see you back in Watery, Saga. Everyone in town missed you.
Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening.
Are you familiar with the Cult of the Tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh?
It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it. hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
Bright Falls / Watery,
You
well
own the
known
trailer
for
park,
the
Mind if I take a look inside?
their normalcy.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I was
I'm
gonna
pretty
say.
sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is
These
your
guys
way
are
of
great.
getting out
They're
of
pretty
any
great.
outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled. Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories? So what is Coffee World?
Tell me about Coffee
You
World.
haven't seen our commercial for it?
I have, it's great.
Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently. Plus, right next to Coffee World is the workshop of our own Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club. We're busy building the...
You had a real
floats for
moose
Deer
until
Fest. Don't go
yesterday?
peeking, though.
Until recently.
You know, we're saving the big reveal for Deer Fest.
God, if you have to fight a
So-
shadow-possessed moose.
Your
Then I'm fucked.
They're more
I was
than
gonna say, at that
commercial,
point,
Saga.
fucking
Our
call it
goal
in,
is
you're
to both
done.
entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide.
You certainly entertain viewers.
Yako here really comes
They
to life
are
in
more
front
than
of the camera.
commercials.
Really? Fuck off. I'm just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is. Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and check them out.
I absolutely will check out all of your commercials because they're so good.
Man, why didn't the Dark Presence grab this guy?
Man, that'd be so good.
Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops, brother. Yako, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous. Ilmo made it sound like I lived here. Does he really believe that?
Light, laughter, and love will guide you home. Saga and her daughter. Oh boy. Happy faces raise property value. Family comes first, Ilma. We take care of her trailer while she's gone. She's one of us, Yako. Her spare key is safe and sound.
The Koskela brothers have happy memories of me living here. This must be the story affecting them. I'll play along for now. I need the key to that trailer.
The new case of fact versus fiction. I need Jonathan Frakes here to just tell
And
me
what's fiction?
that this one was invented by a writer.
All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you. Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but Yako and I have to head to Bright Falls. The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have someone get them out for you. Oh, the road's flooded, but if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
Thanks.
Call the gift shop so they can give Saga a hand. Yep.
The Koskelas think I lived in the trailer park. With Logan. The story really is changing people's memories. Why aren't mine affected?
Because you live in a shoebox.
These are all
The
peak
spare key is a
hours,
coffee
Yako.
world. First the
They're
witches at
just
the
lucky.
diner. Now the Cascal.
Okay. We're gonna make it to the next save point and call that a stream, because this is getting silly.
The internet problems are getting progressively more intense.
There is a save point somewhat near here.
I was gonna say though,
Dunkel problems.
you did make a joke about her memory being safe because she lived in a shoebox. But like, shoebox apartments are a thing, right?
I think so.
FBI, show yourself.
Do you think that would count?
I don't know, but that'd be very funny. They're Speedy Shadow Mans. Come on.
More people turning into Taken. Is this the cult? Or the story? Or both?
Here real quick. Safe house right over there. Thing I can't open locks yet. I'm not the master of unlocking. All right. Let's grab this manuscript page and save the game, and then call that a stream. Because, sorry.
Saga was beginning to see.
Sometimes the internet
I mean,
be
you
like
know,
that.
So much.
Sometimes the
I felt
internet does not
oppressive here. Too many places to hide. The distorted carnival music drifting from the amusement park ahead did not help. What the Koskalas had said about her living in Watery with Logan unsettled her. For the horror story to involve her was one thing, but involving her daughter was crossing a line. Something darted across the path ahead, too fast to see. Saga drew her weapon. Her eyes searched the woods. A noise overhead. Saga swiveled to look. A local. A man on the ridge above her. No, not a man. A monster with a hatchet in each hand. It shouted down at her. Hunting season was a bust!
Make a we'll save in the second. But hooray. Okay.
Alright.
On that note, we'll be back. There's some collectibles to get that we kind of ran past because I wanted to end the stream before everything exploded again, and there's also a collectible right there. But we will get that next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.